Ohio approved and licensed for disposal, at Ron Evans Enterprises, they specialize in sewage system installation and repair. Ron Evans has a full line of flex pipe, culverts, concrete, and plastic septic tanks, sewer fittings, waterline rolls for the Home American water heaters, along with toilets, standard and ADA. It's all at Ron Evans Enterprise, LLC. Give them a call today at 1-800-537-9528 or 740-286-5930.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
Well, happy Good Friday.
Yes.
Right?
Good Friday to you too.
It is a Good Friday. The sun is shining, the birds are definitely chirping, and the pollen is pollinating.
Yes, definitely.
That's for sure.
Took my Claritin.
Oh my gosh. So I have now upped it to Claritin and Zyrtec.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's so funny though, you go and you talk to everyone, and so, you got like somebody's eyes just like running. I'm like, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. I always get it in the throat.
Yes.
Just that real scratchy throat.
Yep.
And
It's
it
just
started.
Southern Ohio, man.
Yes,
Mine's
definitely.
the runny nose.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes the eyes will water, a little itchy, but mostly it's the.
Yeah, I have that too.
I get it in in the eyes a lot, and the sneezing, but whatever. It's worth it, right?
Right. Yes, winter is over.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Cold weather is gone.
Yeah.
So we have our friends here, and we are going to talk about some healthy eating choices today.
Yes.
And we're going to see if we can get Dylan to eat some vegetables.
I think we can do it. And I think it'll be successful.
What do you guys think about that? Well, first off, if you've been under a rock, would you please introduce yourself?
Sure. Sam Canterbury with the Jackson County Health Department. We're part of the SEARCH program.
Yep, and I'm Marcia Radeball. I'm the Regional Community Health Worker under SEARCH, Jackson Health Department.
That's exactly right. And SEARCH is such a wonderful, organization, if you will, for lack of better words. But you all kind of touch on so many different things, but all revolving around, our health.
Right.
So
Definitely.
today, Sam, we've all been here several times, and Sam has harassed Dylan quite a bit about not eating his vegetables.
Yes.
And so Dylan said that there's no vegetables in the world other than a potato that he will eat. And Sam has taken it upon as a personal challenge to prepare something that Dylan will eat and like.
I think
Exactly.
So. Yeah, and I'm pretty confident. I think we can get it.
And Sam is a chef.
Yes.
Too, so.
A little bit.
Right.
So we are going to work on that today. So, but before we get to that, and number one, we have our Total Media Easter basket to give away.
Yes.
So you guys are going to help me do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to do that now, Dylan?
That's up to you.
So we've had plenty of people enter. Yeah, bring it over here. We'll show it off. So this is the Total Media Easter basket, and it has I think a subscription. Is that a subscription to the Telegram?
Yep.
And then some stockroom gift cards, some movie passes, t-shirts, candy, keychains, all kind of fun stuff from here at Total Media, and a bunny.
Yeah.
A cute little cardboard bunny. So we have had people enter over the past month or so. And so we have a very sophisticated way of drawing this situation today. How has this come to be?
All right, so I put
No one can hear you. Dylan.
I put a giant spinny wheel that Hayden's gonna press. Show us the wheel.
There's the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that has people's names on it.
Yep, and then he'll click spin, and it'll land on one of them. And all of those names are people who have entered on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right. Well, there you go. So do you guys want to count down and have him spin the spinny wheel?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Marcia, go for it.
With 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's spin the spinny wheel.
Green.
Amber Brown.
Yay.
Yay, Amber. Congratulations, Amber. You are the winner of the Total Media Happy Easter basket. So we will get this, contact you, and you can come pick that up here at our offices at, what is the address here? 708 East Main?
Yeah.
Yes. I only know that because somebody sent me mail today. So I looked at the address.
That's good.
That's a great cheat sheet.
There you go.
So, all right, Amber, congratulations. There you go. And we'll take that and put that over to the side. And so what's been going on kind of with the search program lately?
Well, things are starting to pick up.
Okay.
I did an event in Piketon last night. It was the suicide prevention.
Oh,
And
okay.
they did a whole Easter bunny thing with children. And
Aw.
we gave out information about, suicide prevention for the Pike County Health Department there.
Gotcha.
And I've just been working with a lot of younger people, it seems like, that need
Okay.
help with sort of navigating insurances. They get off their
Well, we all need help
yeah,
with that.
definitely. Yeah, they get off of their parents' plan, or they get a job and they're not sure, how about the insurance. I have one client that, doesn't get insurance for 3 months, like 90 days after they start work. It doesn't kick in.
Oh.
So, what are they doing within those 90 days?
What are they doing within those 90 days?
It's rough. You have to, try to navigate getting some kind of insurance, medical insurance.
Because that'll be the 90 days when something
happens. Yes.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah. Be my luck. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we work with them. I had one little client who got off of her mom's insurance and didn't realize she had it on another plan, I guess through work or
Oh,
something. So,
that's a pleasant surprise.
yes, that was a good one. So, yeah, just dealing with that, and
Okay.
we still have the homeless, situation. Especially for single people that doesn't have children.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of resources or help out there for them,
You're right.
and we need to advocate, for those, younger people. They might have medical or mental disorders,
Yes.
and there's just not a lot,
And
programs out
certainly,
there.
it's all over the place, but our
Yes.
area is, especially hit by it, and
Right.
yeah, it's nice that they have somebody to turn to.
Right?
you all.
Yeah, yeah,
So you're not alone out there.
yeah. That's true. Yep. If you need help, stop by the health department and ask for Marcia.
Yeah, and I think that that's the main thing. And Sam, you're down kind of around the Pomeroy area,
Mhm.
but start with your health department. Just walk in the door.
Yep,
and
they can get
say,
you in
"Can
touch
somebody
with
help
somebody.
me?" Like
Yeah.
I just and I guess if you say no, okay, but at least you tried,
Yeah.
And there's all kind of resources out there.
Yes.
There's a
yes.
Marcia. There's not a Marcia everywhere.
No,
Well,
she's one of a kind.
She is one of a kind. Are you still doing the things at the library?
Yes, I think I haven't been going, but we have two other community health workers.
Can you talk about
Uh,
that for just a moment?
Yes, they can go in and like if they're needing something, health wise, um, any kind of resources. If they're trying to get a hold of somebody, they can help them with that. Um, they can do blood pressure checks, um, or they can, at the health department right now, we do have a free or a clinic. If you have insurance, you can use your insurance there.
Okay.
But, they can direct you there to any kind of the agencies that are around here. They can direct.
Yeah, look at them
People
as kind
too.
of the
So check out the
concierge of your
library.
healthcare.
Yes, yes.
So when is the library
Uh,
clinic, if you will?
yeah. Well, I believe they're on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Okay, just call the health department and
Yeah.
or the library
Or the
and
library, yeah.
find out.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Mhm.
that's at our Jackson Library here.
Right.
Um,
Yes.
So that's a really, really good thing for you to take
Yes.
advantage of.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so we've talked about, oh my gosh, all kind of different topics since you all have been coming on here
Yeah.
from um oh gosh, STDs to oh gosh,
drug addiction.
drug addiction. We've talked about heart health. We've talked about
Right.
all kind of wild things. So today we decided because Dylan is an anti-vegetabler. Is that a word? Anti-veggier?
It
Yes.
is now.
Yes.
I think that should be a word because I'd say there's a lot of people out there that are
I know.
anti-vegetablers.
Yes.
So in the spirit of our show today, my husband and I, so Sam, if you have any ideas for me, we have decided to do vegetarian next week, to be vegetarians next week. So we're going to dip our toes in the world of being a vegetarian for a week. And I don't know how that's going to turn out, but we're going to try it. So I think
Yes.
Dylan should have to do it with us.
No way. That's not happening ever.
No?
Nope, you'll be lucky if I do this today.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna be a vegetarian ever.
Now, my husband's a vegan.
Oh
So
my
he's-
gosh. He's super brave.
Yes, he's been a
Has
vegan.
he not tasted bacon?
Not that I know of.
Oh,
No,
man.
he's smelled it and he doesn't like the smell,
Okay.
which is very strange. To
Right.
me.
I'm just going to go
Everyone
out on a
loves
limb and
bacon.
say I don't know anybody that doesn't like bacon.
Yeah.
It's going to smell like bacon in here in a little bit.
Oh,
Did
right.
you bring bacon
Oh, I
with
did.
you?
There's-
That's
Yes.
my kind of veggie.
There
Yeah.
you go. I mean,
Oh, now Dylan's eyes are lighting up.
Yeah.
masking it a little bit, but
Yeah.
still got to get your protein, your natural fats. and
That's
all
right. That's
Yes.
So, as a vegan, what does your husband eat? I'm curious.
Well,
Speaking of healthy choices,
that's right. He can eat like pasta that doesn't have eggs in it, made with like egg noodles,
okay.
just regular pasta with, like a tomato based sauce.
Yeah.
Rice, vegetables. He eats a lot of vegetables
Without bacon in them?
without bacon in them. He gets like vegan butter. It's made, just from vegetables.
Okay.
Let's see. We don't really fix it at home, but when we go out, like tofu dishes.
Yes.
And I'm not a vegan, but I really do like tofu.
Yeah, I do too,
So,
actually.
fried, like sort of sauteed. Oh, it's
Yeah.
good. And it's according to what you've, cooked with,
It's
with it.
it's a textural thing, I think, for
like
a lot
the
of people, but I
texture.
actually
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah,
so.
me too.
Yeah.
And he can eat pizza with no meat,
Okay.
but he has to have vegan cheese.
Yeah.
And it's good,
Yeah.
So just all vegetables
Okay.
and fruits.
I mean, it's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a good
probably
diet,
much
let me
better
tell
for
you.
you.
Yeah, one that I tried and I can't
you're like,
last a day.
No, put a fork in
I'm
it.
wanting a hamburger or something. Yeah.
Exactly. So, in talking about healthy choices and vegetables and all that, so we have two kind of things today, talking about healthy choices and what you eat.
Yes.
but also trying to get Dylan here to eat some vegetables. And Sam and I are going to cook up a dish here in a little bit and try to see if Dylan actually likes it or not. So
Right.
we'll see.
There's some confidence.
This is fun. I like this.
Marcia's like, this is good.
Yes.
I see the little twinkle in your
Yeah.
evil eye there. But no, there are all kind of different, obviously choices when it comes to eating. I mean, you can pick the choice of Dylan, where it's basically a burger on a bun for his entire life,
hmm
and right,
Actually, I tried rice last night.
Yeah.
you tried
Nice.
rice.
I tried rice. It was mixed in with chicken, and I was like, well, I don't want to not eat the chicken.
He ate chicken and rice,
I
so
did.
he's on the white diet.
All right. I can live with the rice.
How did you
that's
like
a good one.
rice?
I mean, it just tasted like a noodle.
Starchy. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
It's basically just a noodle.
Okay.
But no high fiber vegetables.
No.
Oh
No.
my goodness.
I mean, if
Good
Sam's got a
grief.
bacon vegetable, I'm willing to try.
If it's a vegetable with bacon in it, he's all down. But no, like, are we still, growing up, I remember being in grade school and there was this like pyramid
Pyramid,
thing,
yes.
this food pyramid thing. Is that still a thing?
I think so, but there's like just been some things added, right? Like they added like an extra like sort of layer, which was like the high fatty foods such as like the candies and stuff. So, it's I don't know, it's just not I don't know, it's a lot of old information, right? Like and there's a lot more like newer information, but it's still like a pretty decent thing I would say to go off of. I mean, whenever I build a menu or I'm trying to cook something at home, like I always try to say, all right, I'm gonna have my protein, the starch, and then the vegetable. I mean, that's just, I mean, any restaurant you go to, that's typically how it is as well. If you go and get an entree
Correct.
thing, so I mean, it's pretty much been ingrained in us that that's like what we do. But I mean, I think it's just it also depends on your body types, like what kind of diet you're trying to whether it's a diet or you're just having
Or a
to eat
lifestyle.
right, like it just all depends. I mean, it's
Do you do
different for
low
everyone,
carb? Do you
so-
do, I mean, there's all kind of
Yes.
this
Mhm.
things out there, Mediterranean.
Right, and our bodies metabolize things differently, like we're all different,
Yes.
right? And so maybe someone like myself shouldn't be having high carb, high sugar, right? But then someone who has a very high metabolism, they can have more of those sort of things. So
Yeah, like I eat pasta every day of my life and I never gain weight. Well, but anyway, that's a whole
Right.
other situation.
Yeah.
Once you hit 40, you get that 40 that you weren't getting
Yeah.
before.
But I have found Jamie and I, well, number one, until you if you pick, say for example, a low carb thing, and I had no idea how much sugar I consumed every day until
Yes.
I started paying attention and watching carbs. And cutting sugar out of your diet is one of the hardest. I mean, it's like an addiction. Like your
Yes.
body is like addicted to it. Like you go
Right.
through withdrawals and stuff. So that's a
Yes.
hard thing to stop. But I have found my body works way better with low carbs.
Mhm.
Like I don't fall asleep at night. Like I don't, it's
Right.
just for me, that's how I feel better.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm type 2 diabetic. And so it's funny when someone mistakenly gives you, like, I like iced tea, but I never did, even as a kid, like sugar in it.
Yeah.
I just like plain iced tea.
Just tea.
But boy, I tell you, if they put sugar in it, it's awful.
And then the rest of us are just sucking down the
Yeah, I'm
sweet
like,
tea,
how could you drink all that sugar water?
If I could get it on tap in my house, I totally would.
I-
Give me some. Oh my god.
Oh my
sweet
goodness.
tea.
Sweet tea
Yeah.
is just a thing around here, and God
Yeah.
help you if it isn't sweet enough.
I know. Oh my goodness.
But no, I feel you. I grew up drinking tea, not coffee, as a
Yeah.
child. Mom always made tea, and so I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. People love their sweet tea, though.
I know.
Yep,
I
I'm
know.
all about the sweet tea, but nothing in my coffee. I'm not a huge. Yeah, that's one thing I do lack the sugar and stuff.
Oh, very good. So, and again, it's a give and take. So,
Mhm.
if you're just kind of chatting with people about healthy eating, I know Sam just touched on it because we talked about the food pyramid and all of that, but how do you find out, like, how do you know what's best for you? Like I'm saying, when I finally started doing like lower carb, which I've been not doing lately, and
Me
I feel like
neither.
crap.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like crap.
Right.
And but it's just in opening the new restaurant and all that, it's just your schedules
Mhm.
get all messed up and you grab
Yeah.
something when you can, or the only thing that's left is something that somebody messed up in the kitchen and you grab it and eat it. Sam knows about that. But yeah, I feel like low carb is like the way my body
Mhm.
works
Yeah.
best. So how do you know? Like what do you
Well,
do?
I think, maybe it's more United States problem or not, but a lot of our
Could
foods
be
are high carb.
very. And they're
Cereals.
cheaper. I mean,
Yes, and they're cheaper. That's
Um,
exactly right. Yeah.
the CEO of what was it, Kellogg's? Like literally, they said that they saw a way to advertise cereal for dinner because it's such a cheaper
yeah.
or less
Mhm.
expensive alternative than it is to go have a meal. And literally, there's a commercial with cereal for dinner, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like I mean, yes, like there are times, but I'm like,
Yeah.
That's
like
not a thing.
to
Right.
advertise it and then to think that like, oh, this is an inexpensive alternative, but now you're just literally eating starch, sugar,
Right. There's
carb,
nothing
like
good for you in there.
Right.
And and our government bans so many things. We talk about tobacco and all of these
Right.
things. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
sugar's not all that good for you either.
Yeah.
So, is it still the whole thing where you walk around the outside of the grocery store?
Yes, it is.
Because all the
Yeah.
stuff within the inside is kind of
Oh, sugar and carbs.
processed and
Yes.
all of that.
Exactly.
So if you,
Yeah.
that's maybe a good start to stick to the outside of the grocery
Right.
store.
Exactly. Yeah. Another thing too is salt.
Yeah.
That's kind of my nemesis right now because my
Yeah.
blood pressure keeps spiking up,
Yes.
and I'm sure it's probably salt.
Yeah.
And
Frozen
stress.
dinners. They're just loaded with salt.
Yes.
So yeah, it's hard, especially in our area where you have low income people. They can't afford
Yeah.
a lot
Boxed
of the really
macaroni
good
and cheese is cheap,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Right.
And you can get it to go a long way.
Yeah, exactly. That's been, I think, the biggest issue is processed foods that, like you said, can go a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's actually something I was going to touch on today because I was kind of pricing together, what it basically cost me to do what we're going to do today. And I
Yeah.
mean, and roughly the serving is going to be about like 3 to 4 servings, right? And so the entirety, I mean, it probably is going to cost around like $4.
Okay.
But right, but
Is
like
that per serving or
no, that's
just
like
in
just
general?
for the entire
wow, that's great.
side dish that we're doing today.
Okay.
At most like $4. It was like $1 or something for the green beans because I got them frozen. Then use like a clove of garlic. Now, I mean, obviously, if you're gonna get a bottle of soy, if you're gonna get like the ingredients, like they are gonna cost right, but
yeah, but you're
Yeah.
dividing
breaking
it
it
up
down.
among
Yeah, yeah,
It'll
yeah.
last
what
a
you're-
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, yeah. So I'm breaking it down basically, and yeah, I mean, in total, we're looking at like $4, and so you can't even go to you can go to a grocery or a restaurant and you get a side for $3, $4, $5,
Sure.
depending on what it is, right? But it's only one serving.
Yeah.
So it's a way that I'm trying to at least look at it even for my own personal self, like, all right, like, this really doesn't cost that much. All it really costs is the most cost that there is your time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get it, like there's not a lot of that, but something like that I'm about to show everybody today, like it literally does not take long at all.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And I will say obviously fresh is best, but and we're getting into the time where, we're getting into the warmer months where we'll be able to either have your own garden or go to a
Yes.
farmer's market,
Mhm.
which is obviously deeply encouraged to do
Yes,
that.
love.
Support number one, your local farmers, but it's better for you. But you said like the frozen vegetables are such a godsend of
Mhm.
things that because a lot of the canned vegetables I think are full of salt and
Yes.
all of that, but
Preserves, yeah.
a lot of these frozen vegetables, I mean, they're just
Yeah.
frozen, and then you can.
Right.
I mean, you can even throw them in the microwave.
Yes.
That's so
Mhm.
handy.
Yeah, no,
Right.
yeah, they
It's
take like
good.
3 minutes in the microwave, steamable bag. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, then
How
you pull
handy
it.
is that?
And
Yeah.
and I mean, for someone even like myself who's like relatively picky on how things are kind of prepared, I guess, in a sense, but like it's not terrible, but it's not my favorite way. But again, it's just another quick way to like just at least get those vegetables in,
Sure.
for sure.
And there's any variety of, I mean, you can get
Right.
okra, you can get
Right.
rice, as Dylan said, mixed with stuff. You can get all kind of frozen things. So obviously fresh is best, but we can do that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So
And sometimes even those like skillet bag, things like those, like there won't be like an incredibly high amount of sodium, but you can break those out into a few meals, and those only cost like $5, $6, right? I mean, just depending
Exactly.
obviously on the size. Like if you get the larger bags or whatever, I mean, they can cost a little bit, but
I like those. I mean, you can go to wherever you shop and get those big bags of like even like frozen Asian vegetables or stir fry
Mhm.
vegetables or something, and you could divide those up into
Yeah.
numerous meals.
yep.
Throw a
Yeah.
protein and some rice in there, and you're
Right.
good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that with like I got a large frozen bag of broccoli, and we just used the last of it last night. But it was probably, I mean, I probably ended up using like maybe 5 meals out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they hold well as long as you are willing to like go through and eat them rather quickly, because
Yeah, like in
once
a
they're
week's time or
yeah,
whatever.
because like once they're open, the freezer air is starting to get to that sealed into that bag now, and so you might start getting some freezer burn. So yeah, I just always encourage. I mean, I think we bought it and it lasted us for a week and a half, and last night when I pulled it out, there was still like no freezer burn. But
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah,
So yeah, and do that. Check your, as this is just a little tip, like
don't eat freezer burn food.
don't eat freezer
I'm
burn
sorry,
food.
that just
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do
ADHD
that.
out. I'm like,
Ugh.
yeah, don't eat freezer burn food.
But no, like shop your coupons. We all now have
Yeah.
this, right?
Yep.
Everybody, every store now has an app.
Right.
And they
Yes.
send you coupons or they tell you what's on sale this week.
Yes.
I mean, if
So
you're gonna
take
get
advantage of that.
Yes.
right, if you're going to get bombarded with all that sort of stuff, I mean, might as well be something that's going to save you
Right.
money.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
'Cause
Helpful hint.
notifications are crazy though.
Oh,
anymore.
I know. I
They
know.
I'm like, man, phone silent all the time.
Yeah. Just shh.
Yeah.
Shh. But no, I was walking through Kroger last night. This is a free tip for them. And like Folgers coffee
Mm-hmm.
can is typically $10.99. They have a digital coupon,
Yep.
$6. I
Yeah.
was like, okay,
Definitely.
I'll take
Yes.
that. I mean, it's like half price.
Yes.
Heck yeah. So,
Yeah, I like
you
that.
know, if you're just take a look. Take a
Yeah.
look at the things that you're buying.
Mhm.
All right. So anything else? Let's talk about what we're going to do for Dylan today.
Well, before we get into it, I would like to go wash my hands just to make sure, I'm all
Why?
Oh, I gotta be sanitary.
A
mean, I
little
can't-
dirt won't hurt.
It's all right.
Can't say I work for the health department and not wash my hands. Like, but yeah, we're so this is something I picked up. I don't know, a couple restaurants a few years back, but it was just something I kind of honed into my own. But it's just basically skillet green beans. So still kind of familiar with the flavors that we're used to as country folk. You got your pork, and you have the green beans, and you have that little bit of onion sort of thing. But
Yep.
yeah, just kind of a little bit different. But
Okay. Your take on it.
my take on it,
And
yeah.
they're not going to be mushy when we get done with them, right?
No, like they still, so they'll be basically like sauteed, and so they'll be able to keep their all the vitamins and stuff, because
Yes.
it's once they turn that putrid sort of olive green, that's where they have lost.
There's like
their,
grandma's green beans, which
Yeah.
are
delicious.
flippin'
but-
delicious. Let's just go with that.
I mean, the color not so much in my opinion, but
Yes.
yeah, I mean,
They
it's
turn
all
kind
just-
of almost brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's where all the vitamins are cooked out of them. So as long as you've kept them a bright green, like they can still have your vitamins plus.
Yes.
With the texture, it kind of helps with your chewing, and that kind of helps
Yes.
regulate your metabolism as well. That's something I've realized I've had to work on after going through some issues with my doctor. Like I just apparently wasn't chewing my food enough.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, and
we're all gluttonous, so we just swallow it whole half the
yeah,
time, or in a
Yeah.
hurry.
right, yeah, or in the
Sometimes
hurry
In a
most of
too.
the
hurry,
time.
that's
I
the
mean,
big problem. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and being in the restaurant industry, I mean, that was pretty much how it was. Like, especially once you get to the higher levels of stuff, it's just like you don't have that time. I mean,
No.
you know, or and what I mean by like higher level, it's like going from at least from a corporate standpoint, you're made to take a break, right? But once you get to levels of like your breweries and your that's what I'm getting at. It's like you just don't have time some days, especially like Mother Day. I mean, yeah, I mean,
You're
so
feeding everybody else. You're not
Yeah.
taking care of yourself.
right, and most of the time you're just like, I'm gonna sit here on the line, right? And you sort of walk away from the cutting board so you don't, or you eat over a trash can. So if there's anything that's gonna fall, it's gonna go into the
That
trash can,
1,000%.
So yeah, and you're standing, you're shoveling it in, and you're like, all right, got to get back. And it's like, or if you're working fry station, you're gonna grab, a bite of a chicky tendy or something. But
Yes.
but yeah, and then you're like, got to talk, right? So then you chew it real quick and swallow. And so that over time it becomes like a habit, And so these
Yeah, my
little
husband calls it grazing. He said, I graze all day. I'm never hungry at night. I'm like, well, I'm hungry at night. I don't graze all day because he does all the kitchen stuff. And I'm like,
Well, he also has the food initiative at Rio Grande in Megs.
yes,
Right.
you do.
Yeah,
Let's
and
talk
that's
about that
really
for a
great
second.
for college students
Okay.
because they're on the run.
Yes.
And so,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's sort of the same idea. I have worked with and volunteered with like some other like soup kitchen sort of things, and so every time like when I see it, it's like, all right, so we prepare this large batch of food, and now it's going to sit here, and we're just going to like, in a lack of better terms, we're going to slop it onto a plate,
Mhm.
right? And, and like I'm not trying to take away from churches and things that have spaghetti and and
Sure.
soup or beans and cornbread. Like
Like,
those
again,
are
those are things that go far away and
right
feed a lot
and
of
are
people.
very
Right.
inexpensive.
Yeah.
For what I'm trying to do though is like just change that sort of standpoint that like someone basically prepared this large amount. So like I'm doing everything in front of them. So I'm doing a large amount of food, but it's just in front of them. And so
Sure.
for me, it's like if you're going to receive a free meal, hot, fresh, like something that's hot, that's fresh, that
Nutritious.
yeah, nutritious.
Yeah.
Texture is also a different thing, because if you're eating mush, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you're not really chewing, right? Like when we talk about
Yeah.
chewing, like you're not going to be chewing just because like chewing does start your metabolism, and so if you're not chewing, then yeah, it's not gonna do well. So yeah, I just try to do a little bit more healthful. It's not maybe necessarily like the best food, because I mean we
Oh,
can
it
do a
is.
smash
Yeah.
burger too, right?
Yeah,
Like
right.
and that's not necessarily considered something healthy, but with it being
Dylan thinks it is.
right. I mean, of course.
I mean, meat's good.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you got to have your
no, it
protein.
is.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm trying to say. It's
Well,
just, it's
yeah.
just the fact that like someone made it in front of you.
Yeah, it's
And,
not
like-
like a deep fried food on the run, you know.
Right.
And you see college kids running in the building, and they can
Yeah.
stop at his
Yeah.
tent
No, that's awesome.
and get
Or heating
something
up,
really nice. Yeah,
mac and cheese
Or
or in a
ramen
cup,
noodles.
or the ramen noodle
Yeah.
cups, or
Speaking
the
of,
mashed potato
salt.
cups,
yeah, right.
stuff like that, right? So, super high in sodium, and yeah, like I use salt, but the salt isn't there to preserve. The salt is there to just enhance the flavor
Right.
when you're
Yeah.
cooking the
Just
food.
This much versus this much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw a chef on TV talking about sugar because I'm always looking at sugar all the
Yeah.
time, and flavoring with sugar instead of dumping a bunch of sugar on something, just like you would salt.
hmm
Just
Oh,
flavor it with
I
a
can
little
see
bit
that.
of sugar.
Yeah.
And that that makes a big difference,
Is it?
you know.
Am I like the wild one here? I mean, I know of other people, but when your parents or grandparents or someone was making like spaghetti sauce, did they ever like a
Oh,
red sauce, right? Did they ever put
dump
sugar?
sugar in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
heck
yeah.
yeah.
And
Right. So like a really good alternative to that, and the reason why America. Okay, so the perception is the sugar, right? But when it originally came about, they were using wine. they were using things like the balsamic vinegar.
Yeah.
Right. So instead of sugar, that's what I like years ago. That's what I started changing everything. I just started going straight balsamic vinegar because it has like once it reduces, it has that amount
It's
of like
sweet.
sweetness.
It's delicious. It
yeah, and it-
caramelizes and it
Mhm. And it kills that like heavy tomato like acidity taste. So
Yeah.
there are other alternatives than just dumping cups of
Mhm.
sugar into your
Right.
It's like
sauce.
I will tell
Yeah.
you, balsamic vinegar saved Brussels sprouts for me because,
Oh,
like
yeah.
growing up, I was always just given like boiled Brussels sprouts. I'm like, that is the most disgusting. I can't. I
I
can't
Me
would-
do it.
neither. I don't
So,
like 'em.
but you toss some Brussels sprouts in like a little bacon, throw it in there,
Yes.
some balsamic vinegar,
Yeah.
maybe some herbs, and throw them in the oven. They roast. They get a little sweeter. It takes that bitterness
Yes.
away. They're delicious, and
Little
it's so
Parmesan.
easy.
Yes.
So easy.
I
So-
never could eat them either.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
I
I'm gonna
couldn't.
go wash my
Yeah,
hands.
go wash your
So you
hands.
guys finish up here.
All
then I'll-
right, and then Marsha and I will talk about. So back to this vegan thing. I'm super interested about that. So tell me, like a meal or two that your husband would eat at home.
Okay.
I know you said like pasta and sauce.
Yeah, he
but,
would
like,
eat.
Is it hard to find vegan things?
It used to be. I don't think it is anymore.
I was thinking.
You can go, like to Kroger's or Walmart, and they have a vegetarian or vegan section.
Okay.
He eats salads,
Okay.
and there's a brand called Amy's salad dressing that's vegan,
Okay.
and it's really good.
And where do you get that?
You can get it at Kroger's, Walmart.
Is it in like a special section or is it just in the salad dressing section?
I think it's just they sort of move stuff around. I think it's just
They
the
did,
regular
didn't they?
salad dressing.
Okay.
Yeah. And so salads, spaghettis, you can fix anything vegan that what I call normal food and make it vegan, by using vegan cheese. And they even have like I call it vegan meat, like fake meat.
Yes.
There's a burger called the Ultimate Burger,
Okay.
and I actually like it probably just as well or better than a regular hamburger.
Now, are the Impossibles and Beyond Burgers, are those vegan?
Yes.
Or are they
Yes.
just veg? Okay.
Yeah. I think was it Burger King? They have a vegan, and it's good. Yeah, I like it. My son gets it a lot.
It's
So
not
yeah.
as hard as it used to be
No.
to find things.
No. Soups. Just a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits. He makes real good smoothies.
Oh,
You know,
that sounds
um,
good.
peanut butter,
You can use like soy milks or
Yes. oat milk.
oat milk
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah, yeah. The Spot has real good
They-
vegan smoothie.
They
It's like
do.
a Buckeye, with chocolate or peanut butter. It's excellent.
They have all kind of fun stuff over
yeah,
there.
that's my favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
I love going there.
Very good.
Yeah, and so yeah, there's
Okay.
you can make anything vegan.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, very
Yeah.
good. So there you go. Try it. So, like as I said, Jamie and I are doing vegetarian next week, so we're gonna see how that goes. I think it won't be. At first I was like, oh, I don't know about that because all you think about is like walking around chewing on a carrot stick
yeah.
for like a week, but it's not
Yeah.
like that at all. There's so
No.
many different things
You can buy
use.
like the frozen meals that's just like vegetables, and they have like a vegan sauce in them.
Okay.
Or even if you aren't vegan, you can buy like a vegetable melody. It
Yes.
has like a butter sauce or something. Those are really good.
correct.
They might have pasta in them. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
very good.
yeah.
All right.
Is
So
he hiding?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get a plate.
Oh. Oh, he's gonna go get.
Oh,
Okay, so
I
Sam
thought
needs
he
me to
did.
get behind the desk.
I thought he
first.
was
So we're
running.
gonna move over here, and we're gonna cook
I'm gonna say
something.
bye.
So it's gonna be.
I'll
we're gonna
sit
let
over
Marsha
there.
go sit over there. Okay. I don't know how to get there from here. Hold on. It's a big studio, but not that big.
Yeah, it takes a few seconds.
Okay, Sam. Okay. All right. So we're What's Cooking with Sam today.
What's cooking with Sam today?
Yes.
I thought he'd wear a chef hat today.
I
He
don't
has his
have
chef
any
hat
of
on.
those. Yeah, I don't have one of the real tall guys. Yeah, I don't. Man, I haven't worn one of those in probably like 10 years.
Nor do you ever want to again.
Ever again.
Yeah.
No. I'm
Heard.
already tall, right? And
Yeah, you
go
don't need
underneath
to-
something and it just knocks into everything anyway.
Yeah, you'd just be knocking it off every time you walk through a door.
Bring on.
But okay, so what are we doing?
All right, so first
I will
off-
be your assistant
cool.
today.
I think we have a few minutes, so we'll fly through this a little quickly. But I always like to prep out my stuff first. So we're gonna smash the garlic. So I just usually cut this little root off first, little
Yeah.
root section, and then I'll kind of peel it a little bit, and then I just smash it a little.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
then-
trick with garlic. If it's a pain to, you got to smash it a little to get all the fun peel off of it. Yeah.
Just like that right there.
And
Just a little
again,
handy dandy trash
make
can.
sure your garlic's fresh. 'Cause if not, it gets gummy, and then you can't do much with it.
Yeah.
It's icky. Ooh, I can smell it already.
Right. So I always try to work on our vegetables before our meat, right? Because I got to cut some bacon.
Yeah.
too, which that is in that bag.
Here?
You can go ahead and get it
Yep.
laid out a little bit if you would like. Just smash the garlic. Board is a little uneven. I'm gonna kill myself here.
We've got bacon. Oh yeah, here. Gotcha.
Thank you. Should have did this a bit earlier, but
Yeah, always put a towel under your cutting board, right, Sam?
yeah.
That way it
Typically, you'd
doesn't
like it to
slide
be-
on you.
Yeah, typically you'd like it to be wet too, but
You want me to open this?
yeah, I can cut it with a knife. Or
I got
there's
it.
a knife in those bags. All right.
I'm not gonna touch it because I didn't wash my hands and you did. So
It's all good. So you can, I don't know, the garlic doesn't have to be incredibly small or minced because it doesn't really matter. Go ahead and slice off a little bit of this yellow pepper, and mostly just for color, but I like the taste of yellow pepper too.
I mean, you want your food to be pretty, right?
Yeah. This color is important. Color composition.
Yeah.
All right, so now we'll go ahead and get our.
I think you
Oh, yeah,
did your
yeah.
gas. Didn't you? This is a cute little stove. Let's talk about that for a second while
Yeah,
you're.
little one burners. Yeah, we in the industry, usually especially work for hotels or something like that. We utilize these a lot for omelet stations, and
Yep,
yeah, thanks for opening the bacon.
I got it. It's my contribution.
Sweet. All right.
Dylan's got him a platter over there.
Yeah, he's ready.
He's ready for these vegetables.
All right. So then, usually with the bacon, just cut it in half, and then I'll stack it up a little bit, and I'll just do another little cut right down the middle.
And you've got what, about
Uh,
3-4 pieces
Yeah,
there?
it's 4 pieces of bacon.
The only plate I can find.
That's hilarious.
He's got a Christmas plate.
That's hilarious. So, and really, I mean, usually I would use maybe a little bit of less bacon, but I'm trying to get a lot of the fat that's going to be on this. Although I did bring some extra bacon grease, but I
Oh,
always
wait.
keep it in a
Where is
cup
it?
or a crock.
There.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. There we go.
I've got another crock of it too. I was like, we bring the little cup guy.
When you keep the bacon grease, do you just keep it like room temperature? Do you keep it in the fridge? What do you do with
depends.
it?
I mean, my kitchen is downstairs, kind of like in a basement sort of situation.
Uh-huh.
And so typically I can just leave it down here because it's cold
Yeah.
enough, especially this time of year, or what we just came through. But if summertime, it starts getting a little bit more warm, I'll try to keep it in a cooler
spot.
Yeah. As long as it stays slightly solidified, you're fine.
But we have, we all have, you do bacon one time and you've got this big thing of grease. So keep
Yeah,
it and
right.
use it. It's flavorful. You can make salad dressings out of it, right?
Yeah.
All kind of fun
definitely.
stuff.
Especially like a wilted lettuce. So I usually just let my pan get warmed up enough to where you start seeing a slight smoke,
Yep.
because otherwise your food will stick to a metal pan if your pan is not hot first, because of science. You
Oh,
know.
he's giving me all the bacon, Dylan.
I'm giving you all the bacon, Dylan. This is all for you. All the bacon bits. I'm gonna have everybody in here. Next time we'll cook pork chops and we'll have pork chop in here.
Love that.
Yeah, some pork chops, be a good time. I don't know why she's not calling pork chop at porterhouse. It always makes me laugh.
Pork chop, I get it.
Yeah.
It kind of just flows out, doesn't
It
it?
does sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm an avid lover of pork anyway. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep the bacon moving around a little bit.
Do you like
You
to
wanna-
cook with wooden spoons versus like plastic or metal?
I do, especially when it comes to like my own skillets. Like
Yes.
sometimes if you use metal, it'll scrape into the seasoning.
Yep.
So yeah, I just try to.
And you can get wooden spoons for not, or
Oh,
wooden.
yeah, I think I got
stuff
this
for-
whole pack at like Walmart for
Yeah.
like $1.98
Yeah.
or something.
So-
I think. So.
Just a helpful tip.
Yeah. No, I know a lot of, I don't know, some health departments and some places don't like you to use wooden, and then like utensils.
In a
or-
restaurant environment. Yeah.
Yep,
At home, go for it.
do your thing.
Yep.
But I just always try to, keep it like, if I'm gonna do bacon or something like that, like I just try to, that's fine, but if it's like chicken, I'll try not to use, just because I don't know, the raw chicken.
Right.
This stuff is
Seeping
it's
in.
not
It is
cooked,
porous.
but and like, yeah, like the bacon, it's cooked, or not, it's raw, but it's,
It's bacon.
it's
got all
bacon,
kind
it's
of
had
stuff
salt
in it.
and of course, like,
It's been cured.
this is going to be hot enough to, cook off anything that's not like, healthy or not healthy, but safe. So, yeah, we're just running this down.
And how important is it to use like garlic cloves instead of like the stuff you get out of the jar?
It's, we can say that it's a preference, but if you get it out of the jar, I mean, that's on you. I just personally think it's putrid.
I do
Not a
too.
fan. Like even opening it up, I mean, it just has like a
It
metallic
stinks
smell. It's
and-
already started to oxidize, like,
And it scorches.
and it scorches because it's so small. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd rather have, big, sort of like not huge chunks, but a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, you basically
We're
just
doing all right.
keep this moving. It's slowed down a little bit, so we're starting to definitely, start to render.
Oh, your flame went out.
Did
That's
it?
why. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, dang. I was like,
It was going for a second.
it was.
Yeah, we're back.
Try to do it at a higher temp so we can get this.
Does bacon grease have a shelf life?
I don't know. Does
would
Marcia asked, does
say-
bacon grease have a shelf life?
I would say it does. I try to get, like, if I'm not going to go through it or whatever, but I mean, I'm always making biscuits and I use bacon grease in my biscuits. So, yeah, I don't know off the top of my head what the actual length is that you can leave it out or whatever, but I mean, it's a fat product, and so it can stay in, as long as it's in a cool temperature, you can keep it for a very long time. I mean, it's, it's been another way to...
Same as
fat-
butter and all those other.
Yeah, I mean, fat has been another way to preserve things as well, so, they've done, like, dry-aged steaks in butter and left them sort of just out, and crack it open in the middle, so... And sometimes, like, just because I'm a little weird, and you never know about that little, you never know about the little mice, friends that you have, especially this around
Right.
this time of year. Basically, I always just like scrape off the top of my bacon grease if it's
Yep.
if it's the like the cup that you showed that doesn't have
Yep.
a lid. All right, so there are some green beans in there. If you
Yep.
wanna go ahead and grab me those. So we got some decent fat in here.
Oh, here's the.
Some decent-
You're off again. I don't know if you know that.
There we go.
Yeah, it was getting a little smoky.
Getting a little hot.
All right, so first up, we got the bacon rendered down a little bit. It's still going. I just throw in the little yellow
Peppers.
peppers. And these are frozen, so I mean they're super easy to.
Yeah, you just open the
pull 'em
bag
out.
and off you go.
Yeah. We'll not get too many in there. Thank you. And usually pretty generous with salt. So usually about a tablespoon for something like this. There's like my little cracked little pepper, like fresh. I like fresh cracked. Unless I'm smoking or something like that, like smoking the pork butt, I'll use fresh cracked on just about anything else that I'm cooking.
And salt and pepper sounds so simple, but to me it's like, just don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just salt and pepper some things.
Right.
Like,
a little grease splatter over here, but we'll be all right.
hopefully the sprinklers don't go off.
I think we'll be all right.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
So, give her a little flip of toss here.
We'll toss.
Yeah. Get it nice and coated. And you don't want to crowd it too much in a pan because otherwise they start steaming against themselves. So you kind of, I'm always reminded back to Julia Child. She had this little there. She's like, don't crowd the mushrooms. And it's pretty much the same reason. You don't want to crowd it because otherwise.
Because they boil.
You don't get a nice consistency.
Oh, look at that bacon.
Oh no. You gonna grab it, Dylan? The piece of bacon that just fell?
Probably good.
Floor
They'll
bacon?
probably be eating it.
If you eat floor bacon, that'll crack me up.
Floor bacon.
Alright, so I do have some fresh garlic, but I also like to add just, a little couple sprinkles of the garlic powder. So probably about another little teaspoon or so.
Yeah.
Give that a nice little toss. Alright, we're starting to get there.
See, this only takes a few minutes to do.
Yeah, Dylan was a little worried. He's like, you got 19 minutes. I'm like, I can do this, buddy.
Yeah.
No, that was because you had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. I did that when I washed the hands, right? That was what the actual excuse was. Like, actually just wanted to use the bathroom. Try not to make too big of a mess in here. Alright, so we got the little bacon grease in there, and the last thing I'm going to do, this is just my own personal little take too, but I love like a little bit of soy sauce on it. Kind of reminds me of the little Chinese buffet green beans or something.
Yep.
So get those in there.
And then when do you put the garlic in now?
I always throw the garlic in at the end.
Okay.
So I like it to be pretty fragrant.
Okay.
And, so just basically get a nice little toss. Even something like if I'm doing something in butter, the garlic is always the last thing to go in. Like when you go to like you say you want to make like you're making Alfredo or something. I always throw the butter in once the sauce is thickened, and then add the garlic toward the end because then you get that nice pungent flavor.
Okay. Good tip.
All right. We are here.
He's
Easy
freaking
breezy.
out.
Is he freaking
Look at
out?
him. He's freaking out.
We're just going to top it with a bunch of bacon. You got your plate? Uh-oh.
You should see the plate that Dylan has.
It's so cute.
It's the size of Texas.
Yes.
And he's got a ginormous blue spoon.
It was all I could
Oh my
find.
god.
All right, Oli. You ready?
Yep.
So there's that. We'll just go ahead and throw them all. Most of them on there anyway.
All right,
You
now
can
go back
share.
over there so we can see you eat it.
Yeah, we'll
Alright.
see you eat that.
Yes. All right, here he is.
I could only find the huge spoon.
Okay.
Yeah, try and shuffle.
Look
in
at
there.
this.
Could have probably had a little bit more salt, but I
I'm
think
just gonna throw some more bacon on there. There we go.
We're so hot.
Yeah, they're a little warm. Careful.
I think they're delicious.
Yeah.
I like the bacon.
So that's the bacon. Well,
But see,
The bacon
okay.
covers, so you can still get your your vitamins in.
At least we're getting. He can have some
This is the way I
vegetables with
can eat
his
green
bacon.
beans.
How's
Exactly.
that, Sam? You did a
Yes.
great job.
Yeah, you have some vegetables with your bacon.
Yeah, I like it.
Good.
2 enthusiastic thumbs up. There you go. All right. Well, very good. So, what are we going to cook the next time you come in,
I
Sam?
don't know. Y'all should throw a grill in here. We'll smoke out with everybody. Have a good time.
I think that's fantastic. Sounds good to me. Well, thank you for doing that and showing Dylan that vegetables can be fun
Yeah, and quick and easy. I mean, that wasn't.
and fresh.
Yeah, that didn't take too long.
Absolutely not. He's eating most of it. I'm impressed.
Good.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thank you.
Throw some more of those back on the board here. Let's eat them.
Okay.
Sam's sharing.
Yep. Always. Always gotta share.
Awesome. Good deal. All right. All right. Well, it's about time to get out of here for the day. We hope that you all have enjoyed our kind of healthy eating segment. And, well, he's really generous with his beans.
Yeah.
And you have a wonderful Easter holiday. Are you doing anything fun for Easter?
I think we're doing a sort of Easter egg hunt with the kid, but we're kind
Fun.
of upping up the ante. She kind of, I don't know, she got this like new piggy bank sort of thing, so we're just gonna load, like a bunch of eggs up with
Coins?
just all change. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wait,
Sounds
what,
like
Easter
$50.
Bunny's not laying it?
I mean, you gotta help. It's like the tooth fairy. You know?
Yeah, you gotta help
have
along the way.
You gotta have the assist. Yeah.
Very good. Well, everybody, have a wonderful Easter holiday, and thank you and Marcia for coming in. And we'll be
Thanks for having me.
right back here on Monday. We'll see you then. Bye bye.
Later.